Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and today guys, we are here to talk about my 10 most anticipated 4K and Blu-ray releases for the month of April. My goodness, we are already through the first quarter of 2023. This is absolutely crazy, but I'm here to talk about everything I'm looking forward to in the month of April, my 10 most anticipated. I'm going to give you some honorable mentions as well, some stuff that I may get, but I also may not get. That's what this list is all about, guys. The 10 are the ones that I am definitely, most certainly looking to pick up, looking to cover on this channel. And then my honorable mentions are like, yeah, will I pick them up? Will I not? I don't know. Then we're going to talk about some other notable stuff that's coming out this month that I'm just probably not going to get it all. But look, before we get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then comment down below, guys, of everything that's coming out in the month of April. What are you the most excited about? What are you the most amped up for? And always, as always, guys, what gets your juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below. So as with all of these types of videos, I don't get into every nook and cranny of what's coming out in the month of April. I do that every single week on the Physical Media Report. So this is kind of just the broad overview of what's coming out in April. So if I don't cover a title here that you're super excited for, again, let me know about it in the comment section below. But let's go ahead and start things off with my number one most anticipated. And these are in no particular order, but this is the first one that I'm looking forward to picking up. On April the 4th, we had the Maltese Falcon coming out on 4K from Warner Brothers for $24.96. Now, the interesting thing that I found with this one, before we get into talking about why I'm looking forward to this, is that this has got no steelbook attached to it. And I'm pretty sure when this was first announced, there was a Best Buy exclusive steelbook, because there's a couple of other Warner Brothers classics we're getting ready to talk about that do have steelbook. So it's interesting. I don't know what happened with this. Did the steelbook get pulled? Are they going to announce it at a later date? I don't know. But when this was initially announced, I'm almost 100% sure there was a steelbook attached to the Maltese Falcon. But again, could be wrong. So $24.96 is the price of the 4K slipcover. So this is a part of the big run of classic films that Warner Brothers is doing this month for their 100th anniversary. And I'm very excited for this movie because by all accounts, this is one of the greatest classic films of all time, starring Humphrey Bogart. I've never seen it. Of course, guys, I have not seen a lot of stuff, as you guys know, but I'm working my way through these to kind of remedy certain classics that I haven't seen. The Maltese Falcon, I will definitely knock off this month and do a review for on this channel for sure. So definitely looking forward to this one. Again, heard great things about the film. My second most anticipated is a movie starring Paul Newman. This is another classic coming from Warner Brothers. This is Cool Hand Luke, coming out on 4K on April the 4th as a part of their 100th anniversary line of films coming out this month. I'm just loving what Warner Brothers is doing with their slipcovers this year for sure. This is coming out for $24.96, and this is getting a steelbook for $33.99 as well. A little bit too steep for a steelbook in my opinion. Like maybe a Marvel steelbook or something else like that would sell for 30, $3 or $34 or $35, but a classic film from the 60s or 70s, like that's not gonna sell, guys. Lower that price point down just a little bit to about $28.99, and I think you'll get some takers for that. But Cool Hand Luke, definitely an awesome looking steelbook. Like I love all the designs that Warner Bros. Is doing with their steelbooks. Definitely some cool stuff. But I'm excited to check this one out. Like I said, Paul Newman is in this, and it's another classic film that I haven't seen. So, of course, I'm excited to check out Cool Hand Luke on 4K coming out on April the 4th. We also have Star Trek: The Next Generation, the 4-movie 4K set coming out on April the 4th. April the 4th, guys, is a huge day for physical media. This is coming out from Paramount for $77.99. They're also getting individual slipcovers. We got Generations coming out on 4K for $21.98. We got First Contact coming out on 4K for $21.99. We got Insurrection coming out on 4K for $21.99. We got Nemesis coming out on 4K for $21.99. And we got all of them on Blu-ray as well, separately standalone for $14.99. So very excited for the set. Now these movies, I hadn't seen any of the classic Star Trek movies, and I watched them all when they came out on 4K last year, all 1 through 6. I actually did a review type video with another YouTuber, Huck from Huck's Pop Culture Cafe, came on to talk about the Star Trek movies, and that was super awesome. And I would love to do that again with these movies if I can knock these out as well. But yeah, I have seen parts and bits and pieces of these movies. I've probably actually seen a couple of them in their entirety, but I'm excited to revisit these because this is from, of course, another era of Star Trek. And you got Patrick Stewart, and you got the whole gang from the newer Star Trek films. I don't know everybody that's in these movies, but I just remember like this era. I remember watching Next Generation on TV when I was a kid, being bored by it and not really enjoying it, but I remember watching them as a kid. So I'm looking forward to watching these and seeing how they hold up today and seeing how they look on 4K, because I imagine they're probably going to look great. The older ones look fantastic, so I have high hopes for these movies on 4K. And I know it's very exciting for Trek fans out there that love this stuff, that want these movies to be upgraded in 4K, and you guys get to get them, and you get your options this time, guys. It's not some BS where they're releasing a box set and then slip covers later. They're doing it all at once, so that's definitely a good thing with these Next Generation movies. But the 4-movie set is definitely your best bang for your buck, because you get it for $77.99, whereas all the other ones is going to be about $88 to $90 together. And I fully expect, guys, the price point for this box set to drop at least 10 to 15 bucks, like right before this comes out. And if it doesn't, maybe wait a couple of weeks. I'm going to give that advice more often now, because I've seen these, you know, the Star Trek box sets and this other stuff kind of come out, and then it drops like drastically within 2 weeks. So maybe wait just a little bit and let me get my thoughts on it. Again, I'll let you guys know if it's worth it or not, and then pick it up for a cheaper price. But I can pretty much guarantee it's going to drop at $10 before it drops on April the 4th. So let's go ahead and get into my 4th most anticipated, and that is Flashdance, coming out on 4K on April the 11th from Paramount for $21.99. You're also going to get a steelbook as well for a more affordable price of $25.99. And this steelbook is freaking fire. Like, that is an awesome looking steelbook, and this is not a Best Buy exclusive steelbook. You can get this on Amazon. I imagine you can order it off of Best Buy as well, but this is an incredible looking steelbook. I love the design of it. Very 80s. I love the color aesthetic on it, and Jennifer Beals like front and center. I love this movie. I watched it with the Paramount Presents when it came out. Incredible music and incredible soundtrack. Jennifer Beal is just irresistible in the film, so I am excited to watch this movie. There's a lot of good visuals in this movie as well. So I'm excited to rewatch this movie in 4K. I'm sure it's going to look fantastic, guys. Look, I'm going to be optimistic. I know it's Paramount, but we're going to be optimistic here. Flashdance is going to be fantastic on 4K, and that steelbook, like 100%. And even the slipcover, I didn't even talk about that. It's like a gold slipcover. It's a golden shower on Jennifer Beal. Did anybody else make that connection to Paramount when they made the slipcover? I don't know if they did or not, but it looks incredible nonetheless. It's like golden rain coming down. It's such a nice slipcover. So I'm not going to be able to resist. I'm probably going to have to double dip and get that slipcover and get that steelbook, because they're both just incredible. Now let's go ahead and jump into my 5th most anticipated, and this is one that I'm definitely looking forward to. But I could have been looking forward to this a lot more if it was 4K. So I don't know why Lionsgate did do this. Maybe Rob Zombie had something to do with it. But this is the House of 1,000 Corpses 20th anniversary Blu-ray box set, coming out April the 11th for $34.96. So this is an amazing looking box set, like all its own. But the steelbook, the Lionsgate steelbook, which I have to collect these, guys. I'm a madman when it comes to Lionsgate steelbooks. I have to get them. The Blu-ray steelbook of this is coming out for $21.99. So it's definitely cheaper to get the steelbook, but I really want that box set as well. So this might be the week of the double dip for me, because April the 11th, you got Flashdance and you got House of 1,000 Corpses. I might have to double dip on both of these, and I don't love double dipping, but when the packaging is this nice, like that packaging of House of 1,000 Corpses with all the art cards and the booklets and all that stuff, like I just need that. And I want this movie on 4K. Like, I feel like it would have looked fantastic on 4K. Just that it has that like old school, like 70s style, because that's what Rob Zombie's kind of known for, especially with his earlier films, this one and Devil's Rejects. And I hope we get a Devil's Rejects box set too, but it would have looked amazing in 4K. It would have just looked fantastic. But, you know, I don't own this movie on Blu-ray. I got it on DVD. That's the last format that I got it. So this is going to be an upgrade for me regardless. So I'm excited for this one. I really enjoy House of 1,000 Corpses. I haven't seen it in about 10 years, so I'm looking forward to rewatching this one for sure when it comes out April the 11th. So the next one, guys, my number 6. That's where we're at, right? My number 6 is 12 Angry Men, coming out on 4K on April the 18th from Kino Lorber for $27.99. And when you get this, guys, I just want to note this as well. you are also going to get the 12 Angry Men remake on Blu-ray also, which kind of made me angry because I had just bought 12 Angry Men, the Blu-ray, the remake from one of the Kino Lorber sales. But kudos to Kino Lorber for adding in a whole nother movie as a special feature in this set. Just super cool from them. They've done that before with In the Heat of the Night. They did the 2 sequels that came out after that with Sidney Poitier. So definitely awesome stuff when they add in whole movies as a special feature. But I'm really looking forward to this movie, guys, because I hate to say it, I have not seen 12 Angry Men yet, and I bought the Criterion Blu-ray probably a year and a half ago, and I still have not watched this thing. So we're so close to the 4K, I'm going to wait till I get the 4K, and then I'm going to watch this movie on 4K for the first time. But I'm so excited because, this is going to be the month for classics for me that I've never seen, because we got a lot of classics I'm getting to watch for the first time. But 12 Angry Men, it's just one of those movies that everybody holds up on a pedestal as one of the greatest movies of all time. So super excited to check this one out, and it comes out on April the 18th. Also coming out on April the 18th is another Kino Lorber 4K. Serpico is coming out on 4K, starring Al Pacino and directed by the great Sidney Lumet. And this is coming out for $27.99. So this is a movie that I bought on Blu-ray. I actually did a Sidney Lumet month on my Instagram page like a couple of years ago, where I was watching a few of his movies. I was trying to get out, watch at least 6 or 7 of his films. Watch Dog Day Afternoon, watch Network. I was gonna watch Serpico, didn't get to it, so I still have it on Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it yet, so I'm definitely gonna watch it for the first time on 4K. And Al Pacino just becoming one of my favorite actors of all time, just the more that I've seen from him, so I definitely want to check out another Al Pacino movie. So super excited to check out Serpico on 4K. Comes out on April the 18th from Kino Lorber for $27.99. So getting into my 8th most anticipated is another classic film, guys. It's the month of classic films on 4K. Rebel Without a Cause is coming out on 4K on April the 18th from Warner Brothers for $24.96. This is a movie starring James Dean. I have never seen anything with James Dean in it, so I'm very excited to check this one out for the first time as well. And this is also getting a Steelbook, a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook for $32.99. So I don't know why this one, Cool Hand Luke's, getting Steelbooks, but Maltese Falcon, for whatever reason, has been pulled. The Steelbook, I know it was announced, it's been pulled from the Best Buy slate. So I'm excited to watch this one though, guys. Another classic film I haven't seen, so very excited to check that one out on April the 18th. We also have Lover's Lane coming out on Blu-ray from Arrow Video on April the 25th. That is my 9th most anticipated, and this is coming out for $27.99. So this is a slasher film, a cheesy look. With all the classic, like the serious classic films I gotta watch this month, I need some schlock. I need some like slasher, late 90s horror schlock to watch and enjoy. And I think Lover's Lane is going to be the perfect palate cleanser for me. And I just love the artwork on this as well. So this is a Arrow Video title. Arrow Video hasn't been putting out as much horror this year. Like, they need to put out a little bit more horror. So I'm excited about this Lover's Lane pick that they're putting out. So, and I've heard some good things about the movie. I heard it's pretty fun. So Lover's Lane coming out on April the 25th. I'm definitely excited for. We also got The Man Who Fell to Earth, a 4K Best Buy exclusive Lionsgate Steelbook. It's coming out April the 25th for $21.99. So this is a movie starring David Bowie, and I've heard tons of great things about this movie as well. So I'm very excited to check it out. But also, I'm just excited to get this Lionsgate Steelbook because I collect all the Lionsgate Steelbooks, and this one looks incredible. The artwork on it is just absolutely fantastic. But that is my 10 most anticipated, the titles that I am 100% getting this month for sure. Now let's get into some of my honorable mentions, the stuff that I may get, starting with Living with Chucky, coming out on Blu-ray on April the 4th from Cinedigm for $19.99. So the reason why I don't particularly want this, I do love Child's Play. I am interested in it, but I just have a lot of documentaries I haven't gotten into yet. So I don't know if I'll get this month, but also I'm kind of afraid if I don't get it this month, I won't get the slipcover. And I am collecting for this line that this is in, because this is the number 3 in the Screambox line, which has had 2 titles already with Terrifier 2 and the It documentary. So I feel like I have to get this this month, but I don't necessarily want to get this. That's the collector's mindset, guys. When it has a number on the spine, you feel like you need to get it, especially when you got the first 2. You need the third one. So that's Living with Chucky. And I'm sure it's a good documentary, guys. It's on, I imagine, Screambox right now. So if you checked it out, let me know in the comment section below how it is. And it may persuade me more to the side of definitely picking this one up this month. We also get Infinity Pool coming out. This is a Brandon Cronenberg film coming out on Blu-ray on April the 11th from Decal releasing for $17.99. So I'm a little disappointed this one didn't get a 4K like Possessor, Brandon Cronenberg's other film. But I get it. I don't think this movie blew up the box office or anything. You can't put everything out in 4K. Hopefully it gets a 4K down the line. But I do want to see this movie. I've been thinking about renting it. I don't think it's on a streaming service as of right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and pick up this Blu-ray because it's 15 bucks and I do want to check out the movie for sure. But Infinity Pool coming out on Blu-ray on April the 11th is one that I'm pretty sure that I'm going to grab this month for $17.99. We also got Bless the Child coming out on Blu-ray on April the 11th from Scream Factory for $22.99. I don't usually love the idea of spending $22.99 on a Blu-ray without the slipcover. This should have been a collector's edition Blu-ray. Like, where's the collector's edition Blu-rays anymore, guys, with Scream Factory? They're not doing those. They're like doing the 4Ks, but it's like they're putting out Blu-rays with no slipcovers. Like, they could have easily made Bless the Child a collector's edition with the slipcover, and it would have made the price so much more worth it. They could have even upped it to like $23.99 and I would have paid it. But this, without the slipcover, I'm just on the fence because I can get this anytime. I can get it in a sale later on down the line. I know you guys think it's silly, but if I pick it up day one, I expect it to have that little bit extra. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't really matter when I get it. I can get it months down the line in a sale when it goes down like 10 bucks or something. But this is a movie that I do want to check out again because I do remember watching this back in the day. We also got The Haunting of Julia coming out on 4K. Now, this is a collector's edition from Scream Factory coming out April the 18th for $29.99. A little bit steep, but this is a classic horror film, and this is new to the Scream Factory line on 4K. So I do want to support this, but ever since I got Bubba Hotep on 4K, I'm just like, I need to be more selective with what I'm spending my money on because I did not enjoy that movie at all. Now, I have a little bit more faith in this movie. It is a classic horror film, and I have heard some good things about it. So I may just get this one, but I don't want to blind buy and just not like this movie at all. So again, I'm on the fence. I might get it, I might not, but definitely looks interesting. I do want to support Scream Factory and putting out new titles instead of just upgrading all their pre-existing titles, which it seems like they've been doing for the past year and a half. So this is a new title that's coming out from Scream Factory, so I am excited to grab it at some point for sure. Just don't know if I'm going to get it the day it comes out. We also got The Thing 2011 getting a Blu-ray Steelbook on April the 21st. It is a Walmart exclusive Mill Creek Steelbook for $19.96. Such a nice looking design on the Steelbook. I think it looks freaking awesome. And this movie, guys, I think it's super underrated. Like, I love The Thing. It might be in my top 3 horror movies of all time. John Carpenter's The Thing. This is a great, like, prequel origin story of The Thing. Like, I think the only negative I could put against this movie is the CGI because it's not great. But I really, really enjoyed this movie when I watched it like a year and a half ago when the first Mill Creek Blu-ray came out. So I am excited to pick this one up. I do really enjoy the movie, and this Steelbook is just freaking awesome. But that's my honorable mentions, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into some other notable stuff that's coming out this month. I've got Bluray.com right here in front of me. We got Midnight Run coming out on 4K. That's one that I was kind of, again, on the fence about as well, but I haven't seen the movie. I don't know if it's worth picking up on 4K. We also got all these genre-specific Warner Brothers 100th anniversary 25 film sets coming out this month. I think we have one for horror and sci-fi and classics, Academy Award winners, all that kind of stuff. We have all these sets coming out this month. We also got The Fisher King coming out on 4K from the Criterion Collection. That comes out on April the 11th. We got The Seventh Seal coming out on 4K from the Criterion Collection on April the 18th. We got Magic Mike, The Last Dance coming out on Blu-ray on April the 18th as well. Why didn't that one get a 4K? Like, come on, Warner Brothers. What are you guys doing? We also got Police Story 3 Super Cop coming out on 4K from 88 Films. We got Triangle of Sadness coming out on 4K from Criterion Collection. We got another Jackie Chan set coming out from Shout Factory, the Volume 2 set. And we got Cheers, guys. The complete series of Cheers is coming out on Blu-ray this month. So that's definitely exciting if you're a TV show sitcom fan. It's always cool to get more sitcoms and TV on Blu-ray for sure. But with that, guys, we are done with today's video. My most anticipated Blu-rays and 4Ks coming out in the month of April. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos and follow me on all my social media accounts down below. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Letterboxd, I'm on all the places, Twitter, those places too. Follow me down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.